asking Britney Spears for a comment, she responded by saying, "Oops, I did it again."
A 21-year-old Brazilian student partied for 4 days before realizing he had been shot in the head.
Man, what's this world coming to? They won't let Michael Phelps rip a bong, but they'll let this chick rock a dong. Hello, and welcome to Working Perspectives Podcast presents WPP News. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by the one and only Liam Reese and Mikey Madigan. On this show, we're going to be bringing you topics from around the globe. The topics will fall under 3 different categories. The categories are Stupid Is as Stupid Does, Incredibly Incredible, and Sports and Speds. We're going to head to Liam Reese, who's in studio with the first topic, about a Philly woman who had a little fun on a frontier fight. Liam, what's the story?
A viral sensation / Philadelphia woman at the tender age of 60 is now being charged with interfering with a flight crew, simple assault, and indecent exposure due to her actions on a Frontier Airlines flight from Orlando to Philadelphia. Dolce Huertas became the star of a viral video when she decided to stand up as her flight was beginning to land and pull her pants down. The flight attendants asked sweet old Dolce to take a seat until after the plane landed. Well, this Philly broad did what any rational person would do, and she stood her ground and threatened to murder anybody that was in her way. Even after the plane landed, anyone could get it. People were coming up to her and saying, like, "Hey, ma'am, please calm down. Everything's going to be okay." And she said, "Nope, I'll effing kill you," and proceeded to push her way to the front of the plane. Eventually, Dolce told passengers, "Sorry, everybody," then dropped her pants and squat as if she was about to pee on the floor. And that one is gonna cost her. You don't want to mess around on a plane. Mrs. Huertas is now looking at 21 years and a $355,000 fine. So, folks, keep your pants on. Don't mess around on flights because they'll get you. And, of course, hold off on the death threats. I'm going to kick it back to Matt in studio for more Stupid Is, Stupid Does.
Very good. Thank you for that, Liam. Man, when asking the other passengers on the plane how they knew this lady was from Philadelphia, they said, "It's because she's blunt." If you know, you know. All right, let's keep it moving with Stupid Is and Stupid Does. We're going to head to Los Angeles, California, where Mikey Madigan is at the Four Seasons, and he's going to give us a story about our old friend, Miss Britney. Mikey Madigan, what's the scoop?
That's right, Matthew. I'm here at the Four Seasons in LA, where American icon Britney Spears is doing a little dance, but not maybe one more time, because apparently maybe 1 or 2 times this has happened in her little stay here. Now, when I talk to the rest of the people, I find out that this place in Westlake, California, beautiful spot, the Four Seasons, is 15 miles from her home in Thousand Oaks. She's been here a bunch of times, and staff that I talked to who remain to stay anonymous like cowards say that Britney apparently will come down to the pool without her top on in front of guests. Now, I'm no fanoik. I don't know what to tell you. To me, it sounds like a beautiful situation. The other people not so happy. So now they've complained, and there has been a ban put on Britney from the Four Seasons in Westlake, California. Now, I reached out to Britney's people, and Britney has many people who freed Britney. I don't know if she should be freed, but the people who freed Britney have told me they deny all claim of her being banned from the Four Seasons. Now, this has just recently happened, and we'll find out the result at some point on who's lying. But apparently, she thinks she can stay there. Maybe she don't. Either way, Britney's been removed, and I think these haters have crushed dreams of many young men. Mikey Madigan, back to you in the studio. WPP News. Back to Matthew.
Thank you very much for that, Mikey Madigan. Great stuff. When asking Britney Spears for a comment, she responded by saying, Oops, I did it again. Oh, excellent stuff. Well, very good. That wraps up Stupid Is as Stupid Does. We're going to head on to Incredibly Incredible. We're back in studio with Liam Lishmuse Reese, who's going to talk about, well, let's just say, a legend. Liam, what's the story?
A 21-year-old Brazilian student partied for 4 days before realizing he had been shot in the head. Mateus Facio was partying in Rio de Janeiro and thought during all the commotion somebody had just chucked a rock and it hit him in his head instead of a bullet being lodged in his brain. The bleeding stopped pretty quickly, so Facio decided he would just continue living his life. Mateo kept partying, he swam in the ocean. Once he was done, you know what I mean, after all they were like riding or raging and everything, he gets into his car and he drives home 200 miles. As he's driving, he has to keep pulling over because he has severe pain and his arm keeps like spasming. So Faseo finally decided it might be time to see a doctor. The doctor takes a look, they give him a CAT scan, and the picture is pretty wild. You can see the bullet lodged directly in like the top like back of his head, and he had to undergo 2-hour life-saving surgery as the bullet fragments were causing pressure on his brain, causing his arm to spasm like that. A few more millimeters and Mateo would not be alive. Mateo is expected to make a full recovery within about a month. Now, last week, I nominated Uncle Chen, but I'm going to have to rescind that nomination, and Mateo Facio is going to have to be my new nomination as the Hunter Biden Man of the Year, because this guy knows how to party, stay numb, stay on his feet, and just keep it rocking. Matt, I'm going to kick it back to you in the studio. Thanks.
Very good. Thank you for that, Liam. Excellent stuff. Man, that party really blew his top off, huh, guys? Excellent stuff. Very good. Well, let's keep it on moving for Incredibly Incredible. We're going to head to our favorite state in the union, the place where all the stories happen, the good old Sunshine State. We're going to head to Mikey Medigan, who's in Florida, who's got a scoop that, well, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Mikey Medigan, what's the scoop?
Outside here at the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, where previously arrested Jessica Booty, 42 years old, and was released for possession of drug paraphernalia and driving while her license is suspended. Now, they let this beautiful female go. We're in Florida. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody knows somebody. Maybe she has a good lawyer. I don't know. She gets out right away. They say, we're going to put you on probation. We need urine sample. I need to know if you're being a good person, a bad person, if you're partying, if you're going to leave your daughter in the trunk. I don't know what's going to happen here, right? We're in Florida. I find out that the judge orders a pee test. She goes to her aunt, her brother's sister, and picks her dog up and makes it pee in a cup. Now, I don't know if this girl is maybe behind the ball, maybe on the bottom side of what they call the curve. I don't know. But she's not in the point where we need to be to let her aunt's dog pee in a cup. Gives it to the judge. The judge gives it to the probation officer. They dip the stick. I don't know if you know about how they test the pee-pee, but allegedly, I may know. They dip the stick. Got all different colors depending what's in your pee-pee. They find out it's a canine. You can tell. For every young bull out there, I hope you hear me. I hope you understand that, young fellas, you cannot have a dog urine in a cup and try to pass it as clean human piss. So apparently this lady has now been arrested on a probation violation, and she's facing anywhere from 11 months to 18 months, which makes no sense. I feel like maybe she needs to be put away for longer. If you used your aunt's dog, I don't know where to go with this anymore, Matt. I'm going to go lay in the sun some more. I got my shirt off. I'm going back to the beach. I'm going to keep my sunglasses on so I can look around. Adios, my friend. Back to the studio.
Very good. Thank you for that, Mikey Medigan. We heard that when entering the courtroom, the judge said that she looked a little rough. Oh, man. Well, I guess you could say she's got that dog in her. Ah, good stuff. Well, that wraps it up for Incredibly Incredible. We're going to move on to Sports Instead. We're going to head back to Mikey Medigan, who's in Paris, France, who's going to give us the latest on old Bill's Got Balls. Mikey Medigan, what's the story?
I'm here in Paris, France, where apparently I needed to wear this salmon jacket because it makes me fit in or it makes me look nice. I don't know. Some, cute fella made me try it on. Either way, I'm here because William Thomas, a.k.a. Lia Thomas, the, what do you call it? The Fanoik that became a Brajul. That one that swam with the fishes wasn't so good as a dude, but did better as a female. He was the NCAA co-champion. Shout out that girl that actually tied him. But in the picture, he's the only girl as a man. Girl on the stand. He is petitioning secretly outside of the mainstream media, where Working Perspectives News will always cover their deep, dark secrets. He has a secret lawsuit against the World Aquatics League, which apparently has set rules in 2022, shortly after he won his NCAA title, that introduced rules to prevent any part of male puberty males to be banned from female sports. Now, he has had all the male puberty because he was drafted, or as you would say, recruited as a Division I swimmer at a giant academic facility. Then he changed to the girls. Wasn't so good as guy. He changed. Now he wants to swim in the Olympics. Now, they're trying to keep this out of the media. They don't want people knowing about it. I'm in a pink jacket. I just want people to know that if you got a Bisphendel and big mozzarella balls, you got to play with the fellas. That's all there is to it. I'm not here to debate, argue. I'm not on the right, the left, the up, the down, the whatever you call it. I'm not part of that. But the boys are the boy. And the Brajuls, they make gravy in the kitchen. That's a hot take. Maybe we cut that. Either way, back to you, Matt. I love me a nice pasta meal. I love you, ladies, all of you. Back to the studio.
Man, what's this world coming to? They won't let Michael Phelps rip a bong, but they'll let this chick rock a dong. Good stuff. Very good. Well, let's keep it moving with Sports and Speds. We're going to head back to the studio where Liam Reese is going to talk about, well, retirement in the NBA and how things go. Liam, what's the story?
Former player and 2 times NBA champion Rajon Rondo has been arrested on gun and drug charges. State police received reports of a 2022 Tesla driving recklessly on I-65 around 1 p.m. on Sunday. Troopers spotted the car and initiated a traffic stop. Rondo also happened to be baked out of his mind, and when he opened his window, he smelled like Cheech and Chong. But that was the least of his worries, as he was carrying a gun, even though he is prohibited in doing so following a court order issued back in August. And oh yeah, there was a minor in the car. Luckily, the kid was released to a family member. And on the bright side, if you've seen Rondo lately, he's got that long hair and he doesn't look so much like an alien anymore. Also on the bright side, since Rondo has a ton of money, he paid his bond and was released almost immediately. So it's like my dad always used to say, if you're gonna drive like a maniac, high as a kite, with a gun you're not supposed to have and a child in the backseat, you better be really good at basketball and have a ton of money. I'm Liam Reese, signing off.
All right, very good. Thank you for that, Liam. Man, Rondo, retired and still leading the league in steals. Look at that guy. Very good stuff. Well, this wraps us up for another episode of WPP News. I'm Matt Lavelle. This is the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm accompanied by Liam Reese and Mikey Medigan. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on Twitter and TikTok at WorkingPPod. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. See ya.